What's going on? So obviously the background's a little bit different. We are still at work. There's some things that needed to get done. And obviously, as I preach to you guys, try to make sure we're staying on topic and getting those things done. I want to talk about something that I thought about, which was specific goal setting, right? And why that's so important in life, and maybe why you might feel you are not moving anywhere in life. You're like, dude, I feel like a year ago and now I'm still kind of doing a lot of the same things. And I feel that way too. And I think things take time to really develop and unlock, but also we have to really make sure that we're moving in the right direction. So what I thought about was basically the idea that we have to how are these people, for example, I'm really big into CU, and I know I kind of preach that a lot if you don't understand, but it's a program. Their football team in Colorado went from like a terrible team. Deion Sanders, famous NFL player, really good, came in first year, kind of switched the program up in the sense that he got a ton of hype and really blew up the popularity. But they didn't do super well, right? They did okay. They did much better than they had in the last few years, but they weren't a super good football team. And then he comes in year two, changes up some of the coaching staff, has some incredible players, and they absolutely are thriving, right? And so 2 years, this program had not done, and again, they're setting records for the last 30 years, 20 years, they're setting some college statistics that are absolutely incredible, right? So first year they did okay, right? Made some noise, didn't really capitalize on everything, did okay, but not good by any means, but gained a ton of popularity and a ton of eyeballs. Year two, they're ranked again, and they're just doing some incredible things, really popping off. And it's how did that happen though? How do you turn a program in the span of 2 years all the way around, and it had been terrible for 10 or 15 years or 20 or 30 years before that? They had always been bad. And in 2 years, you've just fully flipped it around, super popular, and now you're playing really good football, right? And you have some incredible players that are definitely going to the NFL, and they're going very quickly in the draft. And what I thought about was the same idea. I was really good at Call of Duty for some time, right? What switched with me? How did I become? And I was playing, and I had a lot of friends that were high level players, very good competitive players, that I ended up really figuring out how to take it to the next level, or some very good players, maybe not even competitive, but then I became way better than them, way faster than them. And what happened and what switched? And I think what it is the effort that we put in to what we're doing and setting specific goals. Super specific goals. And what I mean by that is you can play the game and just play the game and do whatever, and you won't really accomplish anything. Or for me, for example, was I downloaded an aim trainer, right? Where I could go in and I would practice my aim for 30 minutes before I jumped on the game every day, right? So that I could get my aim much better, because I was if I'm just really good at shooting, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be ahead of the game, right? And there were specific drills that I thought were incredibly hard that was what I was gonna do every day. So a specific goal set up for a specific purpose to be able to accomplish something. Number two, when I would go in, there would be, in the actual Call of Duty game, there were bots that you could go and practice. So for me, for every single day, it was a minimum of 300 kills after that. Every day I went in and I had to get 300 kills as fast as possible, right? So I would set myself a timer and I would just try and beat myself. And I literally had a Google Docs or a Google spreadsheet where I would track times every single day. Track, like, where am I at? How fast was I today? Like, what could I do differently to be able to get more, like, to be more efficient in that sense, right? Again, another super specific goal. So every day it was like an hour of like practice before I would even start. And then there were certain, like I was doing competitive scrims and things like that, which is basically just playing against other players that were really, really good. And I do that for like 2.5 hours a day. From there, it was like, okay, so competitive practice, so warming up, practice, more competitive practice, and then I would just go play the game, right? And there would be certain things, like for a while I needed to get much better at sniping so that I could be able to do that, right? So I would practice with certain guns every day. And what I realized kind of coming all the way around in this was that we have to set specific goals, and we have to work towards them every day. So consistency is incredibly important. You got to do the thing every day. But beyond that, you have to be able to actually lock in and do specific things, right? To get camos in Call of Duty, it's like a certain amount of headshots, or you got to do these things with these guns, right? It's like 500 headshots. It's certain amount of grenade kills. Like, it depends on what you're trying to do, but these games have specific achievements that are unlocked through specific action, right? Same thing with college football. They are practicing, they have a set schedule, they are doing specific things to work on specific protocol. And if you do not do those things, you're not going to be able to achieve it. So instead of just showing up, right? Because showing up is not enough to become very good. Showing up will get you far. Consistency, showing up every day and doing the same things will get you further. But setting up specific goals, I need to be able to unlock or do these things and complete these actions to achieve these things, right? And it's not always so specific in the game, but it is. Life is a video game. And you need to be able to level up, and you need to unlock certain achievements in order to do so. So it's uploading a video every day, great. It's whatever it is in your life, and I kind of won't go too much further than that. You have to be able to set super specific goals. Like, for example, one of my goals this week that's probably not very good is stay off your phone, no mindless scrolling, right? Maybe we could get more specific on that, where it's like, stay off your phone in your bedroom, stay off your phone in the bathroom. Now all of a sudden the mindless scrolling is minimized a lot more, right? And then maybe it's no phone while sitting down, right? And if we can do these things every day, we're going to be able to be a lot more specific, be a lot more specific on what we want to achieve. And our action should hopefully transfer from there. So we'll get into it more. I got another meeting here in about 5 minutes that I got to prep for. So I'm cutting this one a little bit short. But yeah, set yourself specific goals and specific action to be able to accomplish those goals. Thanks for watching.